Let us pray. Almighty God, without you we are not able to please you. May the deliberation of this parliamentary session be guided by your Holy Spirit. Grant to all members of this legislature your divine wisdom, that all policies, decisions and laws considered in this parliament may be acceptable in your sight and for the welfare of our people and country. We ask this in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
Thank you. Parliament is resumed.
Asking and answering of questions.
Thank you, Honourable. Question number 2 to be asked by the Leader of Opposition and MP for Aoke, Langalanga.
Oui, Mr. Speaker, and Momotlan. So, question number 2, Enigolo Minister for Rural Development, Mary Dolsem, with regards to the Constituency Development Fund Act. Can the Minister inform the House on the following matters? A, when will all the constituency recruitments be completed and officers expected to be at post? B, is the Ministry expected to develop additional regulations to support the implementation of the Constituency Development Fund Act? And C, what criteria will be used to select members of the Constituency Development Committees? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I must thank also my good friend MP for Aoke Langalanga and the Leader of Opposition for the question raised. I understand that this is one of the issues affecting us, Member of Parliament, for the past few months. I understand that the delay has put a lot of pressure on us, which I must apologize on behalf of my ministry. Mr. Speaker, with regards to question A, when will all the constituency recruitment be complete and are expected to be at post? Yes, Mr. Speaker, the training for all the constituency officers, and these are CDO, CPO, and accountants, have been completed on Monday this week. And with most of them already signing their contracts, only few of them have yet to receive their appointment. But as soon as they receive their appointments, they will be called up to sign their contract. And I expect it to be post blokatana, office blokata. That is it on question A. On question B, Mr. Speaker, is the ministry expected to develop additional regulation? Yes. There was a drafting instruction currently in consultation with key stakeholders, and a submission will be submitted to AG in September, and we expect to go to Cabinet on the month of October, Mr. Speaker. On the question C, Mr. Speaker, what criteria will be used to select members of the Constituency Development Committee? Yes, Mr. Speaker, in fact, there is no direct criteria to select members of the Constituency Development Committee. Rather, it comes back to Member of Parliament to decide on who he or she sees fitting and capable to carry out their duties to our people in our constituencies. The CDF Act 2023 basically allows for anyone with clean records within our communities to be a member of the CDC. They, of course, includes our community leaders, traditional leaders, church leaders, women leaders, and young adults. The only direct criteria to ensure there are a total of 5 members, and at least 2 of them are female, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. If I can just go back to part 8 of questionnaire. Minister Hem say, I'm using the word most have signed a contract, and some by Aoke sign soon. Milexa, how many now most here? How many now sign finish? How many now no more yet here? And what time now by what sign here? This week, next week, Monday, Friday, next week? So we get clarity on these matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga, for supplementary question. In fact, the information I received from the public service, already 43 on CDO and accountant, they have already, most of them are receiving their appointment. I think the delay here is from the Public Service Commission. But as soon as they receive it, my peers have advised me that by the end of this week, most of them should be receiving their appointment and signing their contract. End of this week, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, Time Minister say most of them, then say 43 no more. That's less than half. That's almost a third, but it's not, certainly not most of them. 150 local officers here. Mr. Speaker, you confident of by the end of this week, a full 150 here now? Because first, Tok may come by accountant and CTO no more for open an account, for sign no account. PO and wait for stand, but so me like a little bit clarity no more by trival everyone, full 150 here. And now by the end of this week, I'll get to receive him appointments. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Member for Aoke Langalanga. The 43 we talk about it, 43 CDO. I think the 7 fella what hold them up because of some requirements under the Public Service Commission. 43 CDO and 43 accountants. On CPO, you may buy what come back later from getting appointment because the 2 most important posts now, CDO and CPO, so that to wala sabi quick time for signing now, signatory law bank. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable MP for West Harare.
Thank you, Speaker. Supplementary question. Let me first comment to you, hardworking minister. I mean, you see 50 constituencies, present come me follow me help put him call you, and look at him no sleep, including your PS and also those officers responsible, Mr. Speaker. But so far, so good. People get to understand. My question, supplementary question, Mr. Speaker. After by Okata sign now, by Mifala MPs, Yumi MPs, just Savelo Okataya, because those attending the induction workshop and maybe Okata selected, Okata come, even me, Okata say, me now CPO blow you, me now CTO blow you, how now? Me no sasabe no mai. How now? By me sabe that Okata now. You follow appoint him over. They are telling me, but I don't trust them. How now? By me trust him that the Okata now appointed officers for West Side constituency. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable MP. Honourable Minister.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Member for West Harare, for raising that question. Me understanding that time before me came out appointment, him come back with me member for deciding to for looking who applicants where you like them. before the actual appointment was submitted to the Public Service Commission. And you should sabi about the muna ko the officers who should representative na constituency po look up the office below. But if you know sabi muna si POCDO, then by me no, because it was given to us the list of the appointment, and we decide on it before we submit it to the Public Service Commission for appointment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable MP for West Arare.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Minister, for answer below you. Me never help clarifying, but me confusing me. I received a letter from you, Minister, saying that by me give him short list below you, lo look him. You shall recommend comment come him, but final waiting me. Me now by me make a final appointment. That one now me worry him because final lo you, Minister. But now I understand you going by what you have said. I'll take it from that, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary question: lo contracts were offered by signing of officer. I understand most of the constituencies, maybe West I don't know more. Hemi no karem yet economic growth center for Hemi housing constituency office and offices here. By okata step around lo town nama. Inside the contract, housing allowance for okata CTO, CPO, FO, hem level inside or okata housing nama under the contract. If Minister Save clarify nama, Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Member for West Area, for raising that supplementary question. Me not really getting clear information regarding remuneration blockada and whether they are paid housing allowance. In fact, I'm under the budget of ministry, but by me getting that information about regarding that one, then by me might help me or you understanding that one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Any other questions on the MP for East Arare?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Minister. Supplementary question, normal, particularly law 2B, regulations here. Me noticing and hearing that you tell him that by this one by September now, me hearing I think by you follow look here. Me alak ask no more whether the development of these additional regulations by impact them now operations disbursement or him one for a separate issue altogether, or some for regulations here might be integral to operationalization blow act here. Okay. For example, no more disbursements. These regulations need to be in place before we start for constituency start to benefit from funding. That one not like him for us because them seem to be time bound, but me like saving no more whether they are important enough for current impact or effect inside law operations, law new act here. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, MP for East Area for raising supplementary question. With regards to that regulations, helping me for guiding now this whole CDF Act here, the process. But if you look in under this whole Act, there is a lot of details where certified now. The percentage and all these things, what it should be within law, what the work plan by me, what the programs were by me doing. But that regulation by me detailing now of the activities were act, me talk about him so that you may get a clear understanding on how now, why you may implement him now, this one, CDF Act there. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Speaker, and sorry for taking floor again. Thank you, Minister. Idea now is that for whether ministers will give him answer normal or him through that regulations here are important before you may decide operationalize him now. What a patch law act here. That one now me looking for saving normal whether him bara really needed before operational part law act here and bara kicking for him actually implement him now. CDF Act, believe me. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. By me, ask him AG for him to clarify.
Honourable Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to member for Istara and leader of the independent group. Not necessarily certain regulations work just to supplement what the power is in the Act. Once the power is given in the Act, you must proceed. Certain things, regulations prescribe, such as prescribed forms, but Interpretation Act say that not necessarily many forms. It's okay. You say using some of the procedures will ministry come up with it. But in the end, we will need to have regulations in place, but it's not necessary for the immediate implementation of certain provisions in the Act. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Thank you. This one very important one. Affect them you me everyone now. You me no matter you will be discussing lo kokase, you will inside same darkness or same you will decide no way. Law the application of the Act, especially for this year, no more because you may got 4 months here stop here. The cleanest way is you may not apply Act here, but I'm hard now. Parliament passive now, so I'm apply now. Or you come repeal him, but you may look karage now, you repeal him. So you need to give us more guidance, and that guidance should have already come here. Ministry, even time you may not election it, ministries had all of this year to develop all these guidance for time you may come. We hit the ground running. You got 4 months no more here. By finance must inform me come to here. I got selling blood this year. By come inside 4 months here. Or got something you must have everyone. Because no matter minister blow MRTM say yeah by selling here come but hey main man who release him selling here now must find them selling here too. So we may need him to clarification or something here. But we're running out of time. So all these questions are important. So perhaps the minister first time to say what guidance are you going to give to all of us so that we don't run afoul of the law of the Act, or whether, because me here, someone say, oh, by, I think you will decide by full allocation law this year, cash grant come now. Hey, man, buy from here.
Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition. Perhaps we put straight on to the Minister.
Yes.
The question which must address that issue instead for historic law with the law.
Yeah. No, but for minimum good, yeah, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. So you mean say minimum good now? No mate, eh? Hey, look at him, no minimum good yet. So me explain him good more. Yeah. So well, the guidance is very important. So we comply with the parts of the law where not requiring regulations. And my further supplementary question is to the Minister of Finance, whether the allocations for this year by Yumigaram Selen for receiving before the end of the fiscal year. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Leader. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga. Me by myself, Mr. Speaker, I think it's good we have the Act there, yeah? Because it's very important for you, me. Me understanding when really affecting you, me, I mean, the process, how you may by me implementing the Torah Act here, whereby taking time. My advice law here, I think it's good that you may patient no more than you may complete the process here, and then by me start up on good next year now. Because that one you sabi now, if that act him no more, I'm really affecting me, member of parliament. How you deal with them, na public fund there. So, it's very important, me like me understanding that one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Leader, I think summarizes the, the way forward for the floor to understand what measures the ministry will take to address the issues that have been raised in the question, in the supplementary question. Go straight on to your next question, please.
No, next question. Me no say way forward or way backward. No, I'm saying impatient. No, impatient by casting what time, Mr. Speaker. But the Honourable Minister for Finance for me answer my second supplementary question with regards to funding for this year. Thank you.
Honourable Minister, Finance, Treasury.
Right, thank you, Mr. Speaker. As far as government is concerned, this whole program, I'm a very important priority. So as soon as we may get all these things sorted out, we should be able to release it what we meant here, Mr. Speaker. I'm priority for government and you all too.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Thank you, Honourable Leader.
Thank you. Side law all keta accounts, Mr. Speaker. All keta accounts in for Minister confirm. All keta ready, all get money appointed no more for signing. So when do we expect, if that is the case, when do we expect those accounts to be functional? Because Minister of Education too, I'm got a little bit selling for school fee assistance here, but accounts here for selling go in. And I think we show Home Affairs too, or selling logatios and all that kind of something also. Thank you.
Minister.
Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga for raising that supplementary question. Every 50 account am already open the bank now. Ministry am already opening every account. And every account, every new account here, for every constituency. We no longer use the old account. Old account, bank can be prison. But me understanding that some of the constituency was still got selling inside the old account. But as soon as those offices were taken contract, then what are doing signatory block at law bank, and then my ministry will advise the bank to release it now, but selling it for going back now for transfer new account there. So for your information, Mr. Speaker, all the bank account have already open, and you may wait no more selling for going. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I think the Honourable MP for Westcoyo. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you, powerful Minister. New boy in the class, but you did it well. This whole RCDF grant I have made for people of Solomon Island. People who are representing the constituencies of the Union. So question below me on that is, can the Minister clarify that broader awareness for our people have more important? Could you have the budget for that? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister, maybe you, because of the questions are specific on the paper, and see how you can take the supplementary question and factor it into the response that you have already made so far, because it's a new question altogether, in my view. Minister, your response.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for raising that question. That one will be very important because this is a new act, and a lot of people blame me by what are really affected how by me implementing that act here, what I constituency blame me. And me understanding that I have me one follow what a 100-day program policy of government for ministry, he must make sure that a lot of awareness and consultation must go down to people blame me for understanding. We have the budget for that one, for doing this awareness for people for understanding now. This RCDF Act here, CDF Act. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Supplementary one.
Pardon?
Supplementary law part C.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In terms of appointment law CDC, so I'm just wanting to get some clarification law. What now? I'll get the prerequisites or something where you must fulfill it first time. Then Selenia come and you meet. So the appointments here must go, make a sign an account. Now that the account open, finance minister have told him everything go inside. And then law side law constituencies. This one, appointment law committee, must happen. And then annual work plan or something else in. So perhaps the minister could just clarify what now are the prerequisites. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga, for raising the question. Under this Constituency Development Committee, Hemi MP na you deciding who na member inside the committee. And after you selecting members for you have to submit him a list of membership law at the committee, come law ministry and my PS under act PS na by him give him appointment law kata. And you read him law act here and me power where committee him current because so what na by what decide law the priorities and come up with a work plan and budget law the work plan and program law constituency law you before constituency office have implemented. So it is very important that that committee must establish under law act here, and you shall have a member of parliament na by chairman law have with law committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable MP for West Goyo. Last supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Supplementary question. Law CDC. We hearing from induction training finish here, but CDOs go attending. CDC by formally doing appointments together by next year. I have no more question. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, MP for West Goyo for raising that question. Me not getting that information that CDC for him wait next year. Currently, you may have submitting list of CDC. Most of law that you may know here, you may not submit it. Yeah? And because of timing, you may now have 3 months and left for this year. Ministry have come up with them for you work with them. No, sit down, work on this work plan here, and decide him so that submit him go law ministry and ministry of work with them for facilitating. We know hearing that information from that my PS that CDC by wait for next year. We can now submit this time what the list law. Some law me no submit it. Yeah. Most law me what already submit him now. But as soon as the ministry and receive him a list of a committee and PS blow me by him actually give him appointment lokata. And under law act, the committee can only meet 3 times a year. And for deciding no more what the work plan and budget law constituency no more. And there will be remuneration, they will be paid allowance by your budget law constituency. You know by put budget ko kata. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. So if all say me, Mr. Speaker, all get away, me will submit finish here. What appointment slot committee member me should finish. So how many constituencies now the committee appointed finish? Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, MP Pakilana. Me not getting any information report law that one yet. But once we received by me, oh, Mr. Speaker, CDC appointment progressing well, something have me 19 no more. Only 19 no more submit, most no more yet. And you too, one follower, you no submit yet.
Thank you, Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we submit 2 months ago, so you must go second good log at file. But 19 year, or what actually receive him? 19 constituencies, they talk about it, or 19 members of committees? No, 19 constituencies now receive him a point. Okay. Thank you. But Blomi Day, Mr. Speaker, must go second no good Victoria, Mr. Travis Penny.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. Honorable MP for Small Malaita.
Once I'm finished, yeah?
Yeah, finished.
Okay. Thank you. When it's 7 or more, those of us when we will submit finish, also me tell them 19 here. I'm sure I'm one of the 19. Me submitted law, number 30 law, May, yeah? Hey. So maybe I think for have me clear good, Minister, you put them every Sunday. How many constituency now, or what appointments, or the CDC block at finish, you make them finish, put them information, even name block at the committee member, plus everyone where, or at staff block at the appointed finish, put them name block at they can come to pitch in hole. Mr. Speaker, I know me want to request them, friend blow me for him. Sorry, Minister, for me give him lawyer me, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, good friend Blomilo, Small Malaita. By me pala PS Blobi him lo here by him prepare him, and by me put him blow at the pigeon holes bring you to so you already submit him now at a committee blue. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I think we can dispose of that supplementary question. So.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your indulgence. So, my good friend the Minister, make him assurance. I'm very happy to him. Whenever we get him further assurance to him, over the 19 year, me val 19 year, and me val we got him staff finish. Me will no wait for how many years? 31 years. You, Mr. Speaker, me like a minister, you assure me well 19 years that you may go ahead. No way wait for what man was slow here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I think the Minister was responding earlier to supplementary questions on the appointments of the Constituency Development Officer. So those also have to also complete before the actual committee can deal its work, before its member can start progress on it. So maybe, because you come late a little bit, so you did not hear the initial presentation by the Minister on where we are now in the appointment of those officers. But that said, Honorable Minister, you can respond to it.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Fredia from Small Malaita. But I think I'm best once you like him and put them, you send them somebody come to office, make him inquire, make him take him put them appointment there. Make him you receive him now, I didn't come give him here, but you know, collect him pigeonhole to you. I think thank you for question, Blue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Leader, I think you must thank the Minister for all the responses before you go to the next question.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. By him good. Everything you will write, you will must see Lord member. Make him only live in darkness also. Your new PS has done well in terms of him sending 12 circulars so far. Bring us up to speed, normal, 2-3 months ago, I'm talking about it. So more of that, so that we all understand what is happening and intentions from ministry going forward. A new act, so you may run a little bit executive. No, but you step go on or something, you go over. Important way we must understand it. So please keep us all informed. No assume that time you will decide about something like cabinet and like caucus, that me will decide save. No more. Me will borrow no in thing na so must let me will save in writing. Would you miss a story for them corridor and no more, then you will assume that you miss a salary. So with those few remarks, I do thank the Minister. And Mr. move on next one, Golosem Minister Moen. So Golo, question number 3.
Well, first, is the substance and what you want to dish out of this question is different from what we just have covered under.
Correct.
Minister?
No more. Me tagolem. So first question finished. So now we move on next question.
Next question.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question number 3, again going to my dear brother, Member of South Golkana, Minister of Rural Development, and concerning the Rural Sustainable Development Program update. Sir, let me read also. Can the Minister inform the House on the following? A, what administrative arrangements are in place to implement the Rural Sustainable Development Program? B, what is the function of the RSDP unit established within the ministry? C, who are the signatories to the RSDP bank account within the ministry? D, what is the total funding expended to date under the RSDP? And E, what is the total number of projects funded and the number of constituencies that have received the funding to date? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I wish to thank the MP, powerful MP for Aoke and Langalanga for raising the second question. On question A, what administrative arrangement are put to implement the Rural Sustainable Development Program? Mr. Speaker, the arrangement according to the program, it is the Ministry of Rural Development that is responsible for its administration and implementation of that program, Mr. Speaker. That is on question A. B, what is the functions of RSDP unit established within the ministry? Mr. Speaker, the unit was established to help facilitate and implement the rollout of RSDP. The unit works with the community within our constituency to help elevate and improve the livelihoods of our people, Mr. Speaker. On question C, who are the signatories of the RSDP bank account? Again, Mr. Speaker, the signatories to the RSDP bank account are the PS and FC of the Ministry of Rural Development. On question D, Mr. Speaker, what is the total funding expended to date under RSDP? Mr. Speaker, I cannot deliberate on the actual total that has been expended under the program because I'm yet to receive a full report on it. However, I have been advised that the report will be made available by the end of this week, and my ministry will make sure that the report is also made available to all your constituency offices. On question E, Mr. Speaker, what is the total number of projects funded and the number of constituency that have received? Again, Mr. Speaker, as I've said, I cannot deliberate on that. I have not yet received the report from the former PS on the status of the fund under the first tranche. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yes, thank you, sir. This kind will wait for former PSA, you meet trouble, Mr. Speaker. So report there, why now by former PS now give him? The whole point of your reshuffling is that you have somebody who have not implicated in any of the issues released for RSDP, to give us an arm's length report on the administration or the funds here. As I understand it, Mr. Speaker, that former PSM still signing this whole RSDP account yet. How can a PS from Nara Ministry sign for public account below Nara Ministry? So confirm him if that is true, Mr. Speaker. And of course, Mr. Speaker, I think no me leave him to all questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga, for raising the supplementary question. In fact, since after Hemi go out, Hemi still holemapet or the program here until on Tuesday. On Tuesday this week, Hem just hand him over now with the checkbook and from PS Blomi. And the detail of the report that by Hemi still waiting him until end of this week before by Hemi submit him come. Currently, PS Blomi have taken charge now. Hemi will go receive him now with the checkbooks. And Hemi yet for Hemi straight him now signatory law bank or change him now signatory. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable MP for North New Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and with your indulgence, and that of the member for Aoke Langalanga who asked this question. Meeting questionnaire should be withdrawn first time here and asked at a later date when the minister has all the information. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member, Honourable Minister, Honourable Leader. That's a proposal from the MP for North New Georgia, especially if the information that is required is going to be gotten out. You cannot get it in this current setting unless and until time is given for that to be further investigated and the question raised when these issues can be appropriately responded to. That's the position of the Chair, the Speaker at this stage. Thank you, Honourable MP for North New Georgia.
Yeah, thank you. I am open to that possibility if the Minister Hemi say yes, that might be better for reporter you receive him, and then at the next sitting you may raise him similar questions. The report might explain some of these, but might raise other questions that we could then put on notice, Mr. Speaker. The other thing is, sir, with regards to parliamentary process, questions, and we got a minimum 4 days here on notice. And so time question and put on notice. Ministers, you have the obligation to Parliament, part law oversight responsibility of Parliament here, to find the information, regardless of whether other investigations are going ahead, regardless of whether a report is or isn't completed. You know, for survival of total funding expended, for example, you just go to the bank account, get out the bank statement and say, Selenosem come in last year, Selenosem total, go. You don't need an investigation to give you that kind of information. Or total number of projects. Surely there are files there that the new PS can access without you having to, you're being held ransom to a PS that have been reshuffled for reasons that an investigation must establish. That one you may understand it. But in terms of the information, ministers must take that responsibility very, very carefully. But I am happy to accede to that request. It's a good request. And if Minister Hemi agree, we can withdraw the statement or wait for next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Leader. And of course, we put it back on notice once the timing is appropriate in the next sitting of Parliament. Unless something different.
It's something very relevant to this question. And I'm sure that Minister Baham will love to hear it. Am I right?
The question,
No,
the point is that the question is going to be withdrawn and referred back to the House
Well,
with the appropriate information.
Well, Speaker, maybe that will help the Minister to go and compile him now this report here. So this is a very important question. And it will really help him. Can I ask that question? The supplement law leader no more.
The question has already been withdrawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you withdraw it?
Yeah, that's the position of
Well,
the
the
Speaker.
question that I want to ask is that, is this RSDP appropriated or not? If it is not, we are wasting our time asking.
Well, first it can be referred to when the question appears again, then you can bring that question
fine.
up.
Thank you.
Point taken.
I'll leave it for the other time. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga and my colleague for raising that. I will totally agree on that. Even myself and my PS, we still don't have any good knowledge about this program. So that then giving time for me to really understand it. Me new, me come inside law ministry here, and PS below me and new too. So if people start giving time for me so that me to come answer him good me about in this whole program. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. Noted. On to the next business, Clark.
Bills, Committee of Supply, the 2024 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024.
Thank you, honourable members. The House will now resolve into a Committee of Supply to consider the 2024 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. Honourable members, we are now in the Committee of Supply to consider the 2024 Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. May I ask and remind all members that when we consider each head, Standing Order 643 requires that any debate on a head must be confined to the policy of the service for which the money is to be provided. We will now go through the schedule of the bill first before we consider its clauses. And for your reference, please refer to Part 1 of the schedule, Part 1, contingency warrants. Firstly, on the recurrent, and the first head there is the head 08, Office of the Governor General. The question is that the sum of 482,000 for head 08 stands part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? The details of the head, you can find it on page 4 of the bill. Any comments on that head? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition, MP for Aoke Langalanga.
Thank you, sir. We'd like to know how much of this is specifically related to medical costs. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Page 4, head 08.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, the estimates there, 482,000. Yes, this one amount additional funds. Some additional funds to cater for the medical bills, per diems and accommodation for His Excellency. That's the former Governor General. So these are additional. There are also other expenses also relating to medical, where automated law under heads, under various heads below the Office of the Governor General. So this one is additional. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just an observation, thoroughly unconstitutional, but you must careful, look at man who hold them, officer must healthy, I think man, you must ask for medical report or make me a little bit, you know, the medical bills and all that kind, something also. You may not go to more man who is sick go that office, and then you may have to keep forking out for international healthcare costs, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. If there are no further comments, I'll ask Prime Minister. Thank you. The honourable members, the question is that the sum of 482,000 for head 08 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of 482,000 for head 08 now stands part of the schedule. Honourable members, it is proposed that the total recurrent contingency warrant of 482,000 stand part of the schedule. Unless any member wishes to comment on this, I will put a question. And this 482,000 actually, from what we just considered, is actually going to be charged against the contingency warrant. This is why it sounds as if it is repeated. It's not. It's because it's falling under the different two schedules. Therefore, I will ask again. The question is that the total recurrent contingency warrants of 482,000 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Total recurrent contingency warrant of 482,000 therefore stand part of the schedule. Part 2 on advance warrants. Firstly, on a recurrent, we start with head 01. Head 01, Solomon Islands Electoral Office. The question is that the sum of $58,658,333 for head 01 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Long this will deal with the by-elections and by-elections for the Prime Minister for clarify number whether this supplementary, including any by-elections this year. I understand at least one for the MPA or one for the position or also for by-election already. So when we like survey, if the Prime Minister have informed him House whether this supplementation also already including any by-elections this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, it will also cater for that by-election. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comments? Not, let me put a question. The question is that the sum of $58,658,333 for head 01 stand part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $58,658,333 for head 01 now stand part of the schedule. Head 06, head 06, refer to page 6 of the bill. The question is that the sum of $6,801,541 for head 06 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition and for Aoke Langalanga.
Yeah, thank you. Just on the 6.5 million SOE recapitalization for 6 towers of 4 provinces. Firstly, like for Sabelo, where no 6 towers here. And secondly, which SOE now has ME being recapitalized by Ona Mogat Towers here. Depending if I am assuming, but not preempting the responsible minister, whether telecom now ME this one, and if ME telecom, what's now recapitalization impact law, shareholding law, ICSI, on behalf of government. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister.
Let me know. Getting full one about this is over the 6 border borders of this country. Mr. Speaker, started with Western province, then we have one Choizo, Isabel, and Law Maleta Outer Island. This border is funded by DFAT, by special arrangements there. Mr. 6 were funded by the for specific security reasons. Obviously, at the border provinces, and so a little bit a big gap there, Mr. Speaker, at this point in time. Garden Towers, lower, very strategic locations along the borders, and also the Australians are helping us for him erecting past time more the 6 towers here along border provinces, and then by add to what other these tower projects that they provide, Mr. Chairman, because this is done through the Solomon Telecom 9, and we erecting more the towers here, the work with him more to erecting more the towers. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Honourable MP for Aoke Langalanga.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for that response so far. So Telkom erecting it, Telkom owning those towers also, and therefore this 6.5 is seen as part long or because recapitalization, interest for survey and part law equity injection Golo Telkom. So what impact does that have on government shares in Telkom? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Chairman, the information I got right now is yes, the Telecom implementing this project is implemented by Telecom, and I assume that by all the Garam towers around the country too, Mr. Chairman. So this adds to the number of towers that all the Garam already around the country, Mr. Speaker. Sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable.
Thank you, Chairman. Yeah. So, but the question of recapitalization, does that therefore, this is a donation to Telkom, but comes in recapitalization, or is this terminology no more kutum law recapitalization, or whether hen borrow through now, and if so, what does that mean for shareholding block government? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Chairman, yeah, we do. You may capitalize him. Give me additional law Telecom to be able to erect these towers. Now, how that affects the shareholding arrangements, Mr. Chairman, I need to get in for further information about that one. But this is really, of course, capitalizing Telecom to be able to erect this 6 towers. Mr. Chairman, it's in the interest of other people, and Mr. Chairman, so the Telecom may need to erect them. All the development partners will be enough funding on the current direct strategic interest, Mr. Chairman. So this was 6 towers now for first time, and we need to do that. We need to empower capitalizing Telecom to be able to do that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable MP.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all of that and agree wholeheartedly, but perhaps Minister could find out a little bit more about whether there is a shareholding impact in terms of ICSI shares for Telecom, and then come back to me, or if that is not the case, to then confirm you may donate him DFAT donating lo government, government donating lo telecom. So we know the legal status of that amount. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll get those information and provide. It's not available to me right now.
Thank you. I'll now put the question. Sorry, Honorable MP for
You look come down decide to Mr. Speaker. Me valoya, me will say stand up and ask question to you. So, there is an SOE that you may establish in. An SOE called Solomon Tower Company Limited. It's one about tower, formed by the Minister of Finance and Aviation. They are the shareholders of that SOE. Pretty interesting why now capitalization of that SOE am done by PRC, and this one we are finding a way to capitalize another SOE, which is telecom. Question we also like ask him no is that what's the rationale of finding another SOE from another donor for giving him now for running a tower? Why can't we give it to this a fully pledged, devoted tower company, Blue, which is to run towers in the country? This was a Solomon Tower Company Limited that is now going to build 160, how much is it? 161 towers. And it's going to be made available to all telecommunication operators. However they come with the technology, it's up to them. Because the main thing is, if you Google him, but you find him out there. Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, we are in the whole world lowest mobile penetration. Lowest. And Minister made mention to that. But the point that I'm asking here is that when you refer to a capitalization of SOE, there is one SOE, state-owned enterprise defined under the SOE Act. Not telecom. It is not telecom. It is Solomon Tower Company Limited. So why can't we put it there? I have no more simple question. Why can't we give it to STCL? Just because him come from Australia, so I don't know, like for friend in there, or what is it? So we are finding another platform of geopolitical tension inside the country.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you. And no more question, but you must look come to decide to Speaker. You know, look low to all sides,
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I said, we need to have further clarification on this matter, and we appreciate the points that are raised by the member for Central. He's right. This is to there is the the government establishing this state-owned enterprises for only 140. Well, building first we were going to build more 200 towers, and then reducing the cost 140 over now. The tower will be owned by Solomon. This will be new state-owned enterprises that by him owning all the towers that you may building for all of the tower program, Mr. Chairman. This one over the six towers, and the funds for that, as rightly observed by the member, come from DFAT, and these are strategic towers, Mr. Chairman, because we now under the course of security arrangements that we got with our friends, closest neighbor, and we're looking at this well. Very serious gaps that exist along these border provinces. I'm also so we agree with him over the friends for building all the 6 towers and the telecom 9 building. This is project implemented by Solomon Telecom. The question that is still clear here, Mr. Chairman, which I just want to find out. With the information available to me who actually own these towers. I would assume that Telecom also owning a series of towers around the country, and this adds to the number of towers that are owning. Now this one that we recapitalize in state-owned enterprises, Mr. Chairman. is something that by me need to establish further information. That one, that bit of information, Mr. Chairman, and before by me, so clear that question on the floor, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable MP for West Arara.
Thank you, Chairman. Just additional request no more for the Minister Putin Information, Minister of Finance, shareholding lot of our company, that's Summon Telecom, STC, waiting the percentage here, make him also clear information for you because of the interest and ICSI way we can. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Member, Honourable Minister. Yes, that can be done.
Yep, thank you, we know that.
Thank you. Thank you. There are no further comments. Let me now put a question. Sorry, I said only.
That's our question, yeah. Just on the, I really appreciate the explanation made by the Minister. So, when we say that SOE recapitalization, are we recapitalizing Telecom, which is not an SOE? Telecom is not defined as an SOE. It is not a state-owned enterprise. ICSI is an SOE. So, are we recapitalizing ICSI or we are recapitalizing Telecom? Hem no more sem mistil no.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you,
Thank you,
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman. Telecom actually an SOE. I'm listed as state-owned enterprises for government too, Mr. Chairman.
Even with that, I now put the question. The question is that the sum of $6,801,541 for head 06 stand part of the schedule. All those in favor, say aye. Those against, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Sum of $6,801,541 for head 06 now stand part of the schedule. Head 09, Ministry of Health and Medical Services, refer to page 7 of the bill. The question is that the sum of $7,588,283 for head 09 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head before I put the question? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition, MP for Aoke Langalanga.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Me, like Saga Nomolo Disfella, CapEx non-residential buildings 4.991 million. And assuming for construction of new X-ray building, Helena Goldie Hospital, isolation wards, Taro and Kilufi. Me, like Saga Nomolo, that this being advance warrants, perhaps the work has been done or is in progress for Minister updating committee no more what progress now the work. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Chair. You may look at 4.9 million appear as a capex or non-residential building. In fact, there are two donors that are providing the DFAT. Well, one donor, the DFAT, 3.5 million. Hemi budget support for design for Taro improvement and refurbishment hospital. First time ADB now should take it, but now all the funds are reallocated, but the 3.5 million chair, Hemi reallocated, if you hear him, that me ask him na default for give him 9.1 million for gap order blow Ministry for Medicine, so that 3.5 within the 4.9 default Hemi give him as part of the 9.1 million where Mifala recently received him the Ministry of Health for pay medicine for Yumi. And what is being allocated for Taro, Kilufi and Lata Hemi 1.49 million plus, which 74% now are already paid for these projects, and 36% yet for paid lot total Bloodisala project. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable MP for East Are.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Minister. Question with regards to funds reappropriated funds provided by Republic of China. How much na that one? And where na him inside law this fall ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Chair, and I thank my good friend, the leader Law Independent, for asking this for a fund, hemi total to $614,054, where this one hemi previously allocated for the mental health in 2018. And when all the friends lo Taiwan leave him shows blow you me, hemi unused here, Mr. Chair. And then we will reallocate him now for building X-ray lo Helena Goldie Hospital. 60% of those funds has been already paid. 40% are still currently with the Ministry of Finance and Treasury. And then we anticipate that by the end of August this year, 2024, these funds will be fully utilized. And then by you looking low budget, them should zero. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One for a small request for clarification by the Minister. This one over the explanatory notes. May understand them. These funds are funds provided by our partners. So me like Samuel, this item fuel for headquarter operation. It seems to me this one will recurring expenditure, but our donors to fund them, operational expenses also for fuel blow headquarter operation. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
You look low advance warrant where hemi talk about in fuel him National Medical Store hemi fund where hemi come from Korea, which is the K-Water providing. National Medical Store hemi important for hemi garam standby generator, Mr. Chair. As this fund hemi previously for COVID response, but now me put them now for fuel him now in the event that power hemi cut low there. Medicine so the garam specifics for keep him a certain temperature. So I think it's very essential that allocating fuel for standby generator there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable Member for Small Malaita.
Thank you. Maybe me no ask him properly question below me. One way we need him clarification lo him now is this sala item fuel for operations. Him should normal operations below headquarter for ensure that fuel him stop here. Question below me is this time other donors to give him fuel for operational headquarter. Lord, explanatory notes and me like clarification below Minister lo him. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Chair, we might not get them to fully understanding what the question or Honourable Member for Small Malaita, but I recommend them for what operations for fuel and OSM should be in the budget. Take note of him. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. And with that comment, response. Sorry, Honourable Prime.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I note the response from the Minister, but just on the point that raised by my good friend, the Member of Parliament for Small Malaita and the powerful Chairman of the House Committee. There are, as he knows, there are donor-funded programs or projects that do have recurrent costs in nature, and sometimes what including now things also in fuel as well, a lot of programs plugged. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And with the response, let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $7,588,283 for head 09, some part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. Those say no. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $7,588,283 for head 09 now stands part of the schedule. Head 12, National Parliament. The question is that the sum of $673,364 for head 12 stands part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? It's on page 8 of the bill. Thank you, Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We just want to note him appreciation belong House Committee for this donation as the Chairman of House Committee. One of me ask him, Minister, no, man, leave house here, I'm not cost below me. Price a little bit up to myself, Mr. Chairman. So was every leave house also here, hey, maybe Minister, you clarify.
This head, the Prime Minister is responsible for head 12.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And, thank you, my good friend, the MP for Small Malaita and the Chairman of the House Committee. And thank you for, I know the acknowledgement that you have expressed. Yes, you said the amount slightly bigger than the normal, I think probably normal leaf house now, you got him in mind. This one was special a little bit, Mr. Chairman. Same for Parliament leave out, so there could be some special designs. The price of the local materials and labor cost them go up to, as you know, Mr. Chairman, so this amount will cater for that special design law, Parliament leave house, when bend down during the November rights law 2021, so we look forward to a specially designed Parliament leave house. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Just for me to add on that, just reading from the clerk. Unlike the previous leaf hut, this will have a concrete floor. That's according to the plan, extended towards the outside. But because you have to know that we have been using that facility during the occasion of the Governor General opening of Parliament and the seating of members of the public invited. We're trying to squeeze into that old facility. So the thinking now is that the structure will have to take that into account and also perhaps ensure that it's going to last, cannot be burned because it's going to be a concrete floor. So the title is leaf hut. Perhaps it's probably going to be more than just a leaf hut. Thank you. I'm supposed not to be responding, but because I think I have to let know.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think a little bit add him clarification for me, a little bit ask him small question more like. First time, me happy now, this fella, one him specially designed live house. So, me don't talk also, Mr. Chairman, because me Chairman blow you, me nothing look him no more design. So me no say him special how me be build him live house too, Mr. Chairman, but hey, this no more a big one. So Chairman blow you, I expect them whole place like that full cover, low live house here. Make him all the dignitaries or some buying to low steam mogata, no sit down low grass or low sun or something. So thank you, Prime Minister, for this one especially designed live house. Involved by like looking, Mr. Chairman, design here. So no matter you will approve and finish. Endorsement now, law committee below you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman. There are no further comments. Let me now put the question. The question is that the sum of $673,364 for head 12 stands part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $673,364 for head 12 now stands part of the schedule. Next head of consideration, head 14, Office of the Prime Minister and Cabinet. The question is that the sum of $16,403,361 for head 14 stands part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Thank you, sir. Perhaps the Honourable Attorney General for assisting you on this one. Under law, this fella Act here, where NHM operate under him, how many months after games now you may expect them accounts to be compiled and audit to be commenced, and then how many months more for audit report to come from Parliament? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The audit work is in progress. It's one of the policy objectives of the GNAP government to have the audits completed within 100 days. So we are anticipating that the audit process, if depending on the submission of accounts from various games committees here, including the Games Organizing Committee, which I'm already disbanded, but the National Hosting Authority is working closely with the Auditor General's office in terms of what the audits law, the whole Pacific Games funding arrangement. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable Leader.
My understanding is Auditor General have request but not receive accounts yet so that can fall in within the intention law 100 days program, but even more importantly the requirement law. But Minister Attorney General would clarify how many months now for legal compliance for submitting Mogata accounts here. Thank you.
Thank you. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chair. The audits are being carried out on annual basis from 2019, 20, 21. The audits for 2019, 20 and 21, I believe, have been done. They are now working on 22, 23. So the NHA chairman is working closely. We met with them a few weeks ago. They have engaged KPMG, I think, to assist with the audit process. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Me looking Lord Tuvala accounting heads or sub-head and items here. You mean no any original estimates here. I was wondering whether you mean no anticipating many costs for me go along with the heads here. Now you mean no put too many things there originally, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chair. If I can ask my good friend to, I missed his first part of the comments for him. If he can come in again, Chair. Thank you.
Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Law, this fella head 14 to fella items, law there, one fella me 25034 accounting head. Same name, no description here. No any original estimates or the estimates law you may make him first time here. Nil no more to fella head, subhead here. So my question is, why now also we didn't anticipate any expenses or any costs? Now you mean not put on anything original budget, yeah, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. These two subheads, they come from two different donor partners. The first one come from the government of India. That's for the Tata buses. The other one, 8 million, from the government of Australia, or DFAT. This amount is outstanding from the 100 million promised by DFAT or Australia to support the 2023 Pacific Games, of which 92 million was paid in 2023, and the balance of 8 million was paid to SRG for 2024. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable MP for Small Malaita again.
Thank you. So I think the source long funding, question below me is to do with why now you may not allocate him anything originally. I would assume by you may expect him some expenditure law or tuval head, tuval subhead here, 237-300-0000-25034 and nara one law underneath Moya 201-300-000-25034. Question below me now, why now? You may not put anything inside the original budget. Time you may take him go along last year, this whole budget. It seems to me we didn't anticipate any costs, so you may allocate him under this budget or under these two heads, or make me clear no more, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you. I had same question too, and I will be answering question for fisheries as well. So there is a head there as well that no exist long current budget here. New val, and then probably this is probably what is happening for the purpose of this this supplementary appropriation. Mr. Chairman, I'm introducing over the new val sub-items here, along sub-head and sub-items for picking up this amounts, Mr. Chairman, then come from over the development partners with me for the preparation of the Pacific Games. So I take it that that's probably what has happened, because I'm also up into one far ahead at the Ministry of Fisheries. Mr. Chairman, I'm asking budget director this morning. I'm saying, yeah, this new file, let him go. Time me incorporate him this one going inside long one, and by him taking up long the just for breaks here, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. Just go back, Prime Minister, with regards to audit law NHA. My understanding is that KPMG engaged by NHA, not the Auditor General, for doing this audit for Prime Minister. I may confirm him, and if that is the case, that clearly is, I think, I'm not strict by the Act, but also by the Constitution, also, so for Prime Minister confirming. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and let me thank the Leader of Opposition for that. The KPMG, not the Prime Minister's Office or NHA, I am engaging, but it's the Auditor General's Office to assist them in the audit process. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Leader.
Yes, sorry, just clarify. So, Auditor General now engaging KPMG, or NHA now engaging KPMG?
Thank you, Chair. The Auditor General's Office.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. And with that comment, response, let me now put a question. The question is that the sum of $16,403,361 for head 14 stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. Ayes have it. The sum of $16,403,361 for head 14 now stand part of the schedule. Our next head is head 16, the Ministry of Police, National Security and Correctional Services. Refer to page 9 of the bill. The question is that the sum of $843,842 for head 16, stand part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on that head? Thank you. If there is none, I'm going to put the question. The question is that the sum of $1,843,842 for head 16 stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $1,843,842 for head 16 now stand part of the schedule. Our next head is head 23, Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources. The question is that the sum of $2,078,668 for head 23 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Refer to page 9 of the bill. Any comments on that head? Thank you, Honourable MP for Aoke Langalanga and Leader of Opposition.
Thank you, sir. Just in the narrative, no more training for aquaculture officers overseas. Melissa, how many officers now are being trained overseas and where? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable Minister of Finance.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, this one me for three for agriculture officers. This is the I want to find a name, some scientific name here, Mr. Chairman. Officers in Niloticus Agriculture and Biosecurity, Lot Thailand. Three for officers by go in June or June, yeah, Mr. Chairman. So what is a training up in Thailand and those specific areas where you know, so I pronounce him coming.
Thank you, Minister. The Honourable MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Chair. Just for tilapia feed here, which part lo headiana and referred to that particular item, tilapia feed? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These are several items there, and by relate to that the tilapia program is sub-item 342-23002 CAPEX non-residential buildings and 23015 CAPEX other equipment and 22404 CAPEX specialized equipment. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. With those comments, let me now put a question. The question is that the sum of $2,078,668 for head 23 stand part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $2,078,668 for head 23 now stand part of the schedule. The next head is head 25, Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs. Head 25, the question is that the sum of $113,757 for head 25 stands part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? Thank you, Honourable. Only one at a time, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, me like for urging government with this one, it's an important review. Islanders Marriage Act, yeah. But me anything, no side lo married over UN get involved, let me start worry now. And so I want to urge the government, Prime Minister, perhaps because this has to do with the fabric of our society, that perhaps thinking block governmental policy with regards to marriage should come in a white paper, or at the very least, you may informally workshop him first time. This fella so-called peace curriculum last time government announced him last year or year before year, whereby LGBTQ, FDH inside and what kind something here. Mr. Chairman, you must outlaw me. You puputum bolo curriculum mo here. This time UN pupusum man maritim man, woman maritim woman, I think. All that kind something here. You must Karen rightly ought to be concerned about. And so perhaps it'd be useful for government for him. A white paper would be probably the best in terms of setting out the parameters within which such a review should take place and how you may look him contribute going forward with regards to very fundamental pillars for society. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chairman, and let me thank the Honourable Leader of Opposition for those observations and comments. Certainly, I agree with him. We'll proceed along those bases. This is an important matter or issue that has significant cultural impacts on society, many issues. So it is an important point. We'll proceed along those bases in terms of bringing some sort of paper to Parliament for us to look at the implications of the practices also. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Me, part of question below me now, Leader of Opposition, me ask him finish. So me happy lo one Prime Minister telling. But this one I'm a little bit more specific. So what are we planning to do with this $113,000? This one where you asked for him, Prime Minister. You mean by holding seminar, workshop? Yeah, thank you. Aye.
Thank you, Honourable Minister for Justice.
Thank you, Chair. This funding, I mean, like further the question that was raised earlier, UNICEF and funding, but it's our local officers are actually carrying out this survey and workshop, and then for the review that Baham come up here. These are funding below UNICEF, HEMI for Choiceol, Kira and Lata. However, other provinces were taken on board by the government for review this act. Yeah. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable MP for East Arare.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Minister, Prime Minister. Just for asking, I think no would be missing, but this one in part law 100-day policy too, in terms of government priorities. Law this fella look inside law review here, or him inside law policy objective law government law speech from the throne too. Or some of us are looking at speech here, but we just like having law level law priority for this one inside law GNAT. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, this is one of our priority law ministry for doing this Unless Marriage Act. And according to that, the funding has already been expended with the commission that they actually look at this review here. It's now we are only regularizing the money that has been spent. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, just a general observation, and perhaps for help offering guidance to ministries over the next budget cycles. Time you may review more legislation here. There's a lot of work that Law Reform Commission has been doing on an ongoing basis. And ideally, we should use the Law Reform Commission more productively and fund them more adequately to be looking at our legislation on an ongoing basis. And this being a key one in terms of our social structures. But other legislations come. I think it may be good for more rational use of resources as well to engage the Law Reform Commission to do what it's supposed to be doing anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Leader. Any other comments before I put the question? Otherwise, I'm not going to put the question. The question is that the sum of $113,757 for head 25 stands part of the schedule. All those in favor, please say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $113,757 for head 25 now stands part of the schedule. Our next head is head 28, Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification. The question is that the sum of $2,777,777 for head 28 stands part of the schedule. Any member wish to comment on this head? Refer to page 11 and page 12 of the bill. Any comments on that head? Honourable MP for Central Honiara and Chairman of PAC.
Thank you, Chairman. Same question we were asking about nil. What does nil mean? Zero, nil, head is a numerical number. Nil means in zero, or what? And the interesting part now is that last year, there is no estimation that I'm expected for this year. Same question or same small malady I'm asking normal. Where did we funded this from? Because what's nil now, so what does nil means? Zero or him nil it or can something or same? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman. If you look on the bill, it's all nil start from the beginning. So it's not only to do with the Ministry of Mines and Energy. It's a narrative that is used for the thing. So, yeah. Thank you. Any further questions? Thank you, Honourable MP for Central Parais. This is the first time I'll give you the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Honourable Sotmalita, got in front of the line. Just the question on the rental. Is that a 12-month rental amount there, or is it just for the remainder of the year? I have a two-part question, sorry. So that's the first question. And then the second question is, I understand we bought a legacy house that's sitting dormant at the moment. Is there a possibility for IMI start utilizing or move inside FM saving now? Kind amount of rental also government institutes go inside no more and saving some cost, because the rental seems a bit excessive. So if it's a 12-month rental, it's estimated to 60,000 a month. However, if it's just for the remainder, then around 180,000 a month. So the question is it a 12-month rental or for the remainder of the year?
Thank you, Honourable MP. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. And before Central Korai, so this rental is a wholly rental for the office project. I'm renting this NPF building down here, so it's before the office and rental there. The other issue of which is a building that you another part of your question here, I think that goes to another maybe the Prime Minister maybe have the answer for that question, but for rental, yeah, it's a wholly rental. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable MP for East Arara.
Thank you, Chair. Just supplementary and addition number to question by Central Honiara, because yes, I'm true. I mean, look, nil come, but nil, but the whole part I'm zero.
Okay.
There of nil hem zero. So there's a valid kind of a question here. Nil, what na meaning blame? What na meaning blame? Zero. So we will come to parts where you're looking instead of nil, I am zero. So I think it warrants some sort of explanation too, Lord, for this kind differences and meaning what it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable MP for Isarare. About Central, sorry.
There's point taken, Mr. Chairman. I think there's a big difference between nil and zero. Zero is a number. Nil, that means no more now. Also, so, well, by me consult with him, budget, whenever and nil or 09. Also, so by tidy him up first time before. That's my understanding. It should be. I mean, this nil thing is zero. Zero, same. No, in the original budget line, so it's been nil. So it should be zero also. And also, so for tidy up for consistency, but you need to do that, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Honorable MP for Central Korai.
Sorry, Minister. Thank you, Chairman. Again, to the Minister. Sorry, me not quite getting clear now. First part of the question, Blumia, responsibility. Is this 717,000 for rental? Is that for the whole 12 months, or is it for the remainder of the year, no more from appropriation to that?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Chair. So the question you ask him was only 12 months. It's all 12 months, not 1 year. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Central Honiara.
Thank you, and I really appreciate the acceptance by the Minister of Finance. So if it is zero, can we make an amendment so that it appears zero? So can the Minister move an amendment to say that, where it says nil and zero? Because we are voting on the
addendum,
head here, subhead, 64 and 65 standing order in television that where changes are made or amendment. There has
Thank
to
you,
be.
Honorable
Thank
MP
you.
for Central
Yes.
Honiara. Noted. Will be written as an addendum to the amendment to the bill. When it becomes as an act of Parliament, it will reflect appropriately those changes.
Mr. Chairman, you may not vote in nil here. We are voting what amounts to head. So, this is a drafting issue no more for maybe presentation purposes no more. So I'm consistent. Because we are not actually voting nil. You may voting amounts to the head. Also, so I don't know whether it needed any motion for tidying up, drafting small issues for certain consistent numbers. For example, nil, which indicated there is no more allocation local original budget. Maybe putting amount local. So also no. So. We need to seek some advice from Attorney General here for whether you even need to do anything more than just say that it's a drafting. Let me tidy him up before you go for printing.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Can I?
Chairman of PAC.
Yeah. Can I just make a point there, Noma, that this is supplementary, so it's supplementing, not a nil. Supplementing a zero. So, as you know, numeracy start with zero, not start with nil. So when you supplement, you have to supplement starting from zero, then go up. So if we supplement from a nil, wrong. So the original estimate is what we are supplementing. So I would assume that maybe this year you may start low zero. Suppose you may start low nil, but you may kneel down now. So I think we need to start off. That amendment has to come so that I'm reflecting now supplement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, point taken by him. What we do it to encourage them. What they will for tidy up for saying we have yes nil zero actually also and hence now became all right.
Thank you, Minister. Without further comments, I'll put the question. Sorry, MP for Aoke Langalanga.
Yeah, thank you. Manai to talk about Nilna before it. Me like sabe no more delay lo this whole project lo Tina Hydro. And me delay for how long? What time now? You may expect them by Wale and start for work. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga, for raising a very important question. I think bits surroundings the delay, it brought with a lot of issues, but in general, it will be delayed until I think 2029. That's the time frame for the project. The project is a long-term project, and we're looking for the project because the aim of the project is for the tariff, the tariff where you experience are very, very high. You got a very big answer, a lot big answer for answering this one. Maybe this, maybe not. Maybe by time below. I'll answer that in the answer speech of Shona. I'll put something in there. It's already in there. So, but as of today, hem delay. First time, it may be back for 2025, but no matter of the COVID-19, one of the factors that actually delayed the project. Yeah, it delayed until after 29 because of the COVID, and then the 12th Parliament, you may understand that or the donors are coming, it goes strings attached, and so some of the strings are very rigid, and that also delayed the whole project. So. This time, look, promising because the work can start done now on top of that, we came down, what is a road go Kasem River now, and their project already started. So 2029. Thank you, Mrs.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, thank you. So that's a 4-year delay. What now? Financial implication of this for delay and minimum contractors you must pay more for time more. How much additional cost more project cost them overall? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Chair, I was told that the additional call now is 75 million. 75 million and additional call for the project, and so. The top Minister of Finance and the officers to probably come with a comprehensive details of how we're going to see this project work. Is it going to cost the government some muscle? Because it comes to loan and the grant, it's an issue, always an issue. So we are working on the grants now so that you know go touch the loan money. I think that's the way things done now. But to answer your question, 75 million USD. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Honourable Leader.
Yeah, thank you. So 75 million US, I assume, additional cost. And no appropriation implications for any of that, or at least not in the year 2024 for the additional expenditure, costs. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, thank you, MP for Aoke Langalanga. I think the call is there, other things here, but so him not going to there, or some call come number. The applied 75 million, we is there for us to negotiate and talk about it. But project by him on because the money him start normally there for years. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Let me go first to the Honourable MP for West Guadalcanal, then I'll come back to you.
Hey. Yes, thank you, Chair. Policy question number. Me, first of all, like to thank you all bank for continue for supporting the Tina Hydro project. On the rural edification program number, Chair, what Napalam Ministry for continue supporting more the ongoing mini hydro projects, solar farms, and things of that. Specifically for Fox Bay mini hydro, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
So the continuation of the rural energy, priority of ministry, I think in the 100-day policy as well. And so the Ministry of Imtalu, we work very, very hard for mass immigrant rural energy. That is in the #1 priority of ministry. Thank you. Thank you, MP for...
Thank you. Honorable MP for Small Malay.
Mr. Chairman, me no garam question lo Minister, me garam question lo you whether you shall allow them or shall ask him Minister. Or the question, a good one, where leader of opposition and member may ask him, yeah. But I think it would be valuable if you may ask him a different time, more specifically, like maybe ask him Minister come with him paper, or the item, yeah, or frame him inside one of a question for Minister and answer him. Tuala iremi want to ask. I mean, me garam question loheme, but em no blow this time. That one ana me ask him question.
Thank you. No, the consideration of Committee of Supply is premised on the Standing Order 62. So to do with policy, you can. But any specific matters, perhaps falling out of policy, cannot be covered under the consideration by the House Committee, the Committee of Supply. Yeah, that cannot be provided under here. I think it's quite clear. I think 64 standing orders and telling no where now. The questions that need to be asked, policy matters relating to the provisions as presented on the floor. But we take into account your concern. Maybe we can look at some other avenue where we can also address that. Honorable MP for Central
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Chairman. Just in relation to the point where Minister and Deputy Prime Minister tell him about the expected date of completion of Tina Hydro. Mentioned in 2029, so me a little bit worried the report belum minama, so I just wanna know that anyone in reading report belum PAC. The information that we have recorded in page 39, paragraph 3.79, the expected completion of Tina Hydro was actually from the interview we had with the PEM Secretary and the team. So it had something like the early part of 2028, February, for completion. So, but I think from then, last week, go Kasim today, Minister, moving below 2029 most. I think, just want to also clarify that one, in case anyone say that PAC got their information wrongly from somewhere. Mival bara opening budia, then release and lower, so that is being reflected in page 39, paragraph 3.79, that is the expected date of commencement for Tina Hydro. And I think all the reports on the funding and everything have been chatted there too. We have detailed all the fundings in chatted there, from multilateral development banks, Playumi, ADB, World Bank, so forth, Green Fund, Blue Fund, Yellow Fund, everyone in charge. So I just want to say that slight deviation for the record block parliament number 2029, 2028 number recording lawyer. Please don't hold us wrongly on what we have referenced in this report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Chairman.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for Central Hemiera. This project has been moved from 2025 to 2020, as I said, 2028. So me said 2029. Yeah, but of course it's already move. So likely by him go 2029 too. If it's a record, okay, let's put it right to 2028. So it's very interesting. This ministry, like we look at the other heads here, zero there, but it's never been raised. So thank you just to flag him committee. Very interesting issue. I would really like for consider good what's the content. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Small point of order, no, Mr. Speaker. Just tell him no more DPM. No point of him like pointing gun. Yeah, just say, please, confine no more to the front desk. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you. Can we now put that question? Thank you, honourable members. Question now is that the sum of $2,777,777 for head 28 stands part of the schedule. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $2,777,777 for head 28 now stand part of the schedule. Our next head, head 30, is the Ministry of Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs. The question is that the sum of $15,480 for head 30 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? If I put the question. Thank you, Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Chairman, me want to say whether Minister time stop.
Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Honourable Member for Small Malaita. The Minister is on medical leave. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable MP for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I assume by Prime Minister no more respond over the question because Mr. Chairman, me ask for Minister for me cry with him. Yeah? 15,000, what not for doing low while we are giving 20, 30, 40 million, Lord Narawan. No, me like a minister for him stop lawyer, now I me cry with him. And sir, tell me definition belong minister, tatalem, to wala him and chairman belong me to wala agree lawyer me. Zero but number, yeah? This one nearly. What say no any number? Man, this one also maybe a little bit breaking heart blow me. Sir, it's a policy issue, and maybe I think Minister no fight hard good, so I'd give him $15,000 for photocopy number. Even machine too, when block up or the paper. Yeah? That one no more me want to express him, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Noted. The Minister is not here. Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chairman. I note the sentiments expressed by the member for Small Malaita. This allocation and budget support there by the UN International Children's Emergency Fund, and I think I'm only for toners, so I'm not needing 20 million. Of course, the ministry has other priorities also, but for this purpose, for this head, it's a donor support, and it's important whether having small or big, you have to reflect him, so that is why it's there. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Member for Small Malaita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank the Prime Minister for his response. Time over the Kamia, what Kakarai Kamlo do before the coming, what submissions below that have never been considered. That one and more me expressing sorry below me. Of course, this reflects the priorities where government has put them, so you may leave him also. No. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And with those observations, let me put the question. The question is that...
Mr. Chairman, last one.
Honourable MP for Langalanga.
Yes, earlier when we were looking at the allocation law advance warrants for review below Islanders Marriage Act here, me like for urging government also with regards to children that there is so much coming to our shores, of course some of it through social media, but others even come through lo agenda below UN and organizations below and also we're very, very liberal and I'm alien both to our culture and Christianity and also. And so I would urge the government to do some forward-looking review of what our children are being exposed to, not only the social media, which may then inform all the legislation where Minister of Aviation and Communication will look like, but also in terms of what our children are being exposed through our schools, curriculum, and all that another something also. I just read recently, Mr. Chairman, about the situation of Fiji, one fall up of Fiji, where all the children, one fall UN organization, have mandating one fall another body for working this fall up. And the material on that app, not the kind of material I'm sure Fijians don't want their children accessing it. And so me a little bit worried, that trusting every something no more kind, you know. I would urge the government to do a review of these matters. Thank you.
Thank you. Point noted. Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Chairman. Let me acknowledge the important point raised by not only the Leader of Opposition, but also the MP for Small Malaita. Yes, the Ministry of Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, very important ministry, a critical ministry, and it's the basis of any society, and the family and our youth. So thank you for those very important comments. We'll take them into consideration and see how we can make some progress moving forward in terms of the policy reviews covering what area. Let me also take the opportunity to thank our donor partners, including the UN agencies who are continuing for supporting our ministries, policies and programs. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. And with that comment, let me now put a question. The question is that the sum of $15,480 for Head 30 stand part of the schedule. Of those in favour, say aye. Those against, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The sum of $15,480,000. Sorry. The sum of $15,480 for Head 30 now stand part of the schedule. With disposal, we come now straight to the total sum of the recurring advance under the advance warrants. It is proposed that the total recurring advance warrants of $96,954,406 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this total? If there is none, I will now put the question. The question is that the total recurrent advance warrants of $96,954,406 stands part of the schedule. All those in favor say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The total recurrent advance warrants of $96,954,406 therefore stands part of the schedule. We go to the next part of our to do with variations in appropriations, and it's firstly we start with recurrent expenditure, and we start with Head 01, the Solomon Islands Electoral Office. The question is that, I think you start with page, refer to page 13 of the bill. The question is that the sum of $57,991,853 for Head 01 stand part of the schedule. Does any member wish to comment on this head? As I said, the details of the head is on page 13 of the bill. Any comments? Central Honiara, you have the floor.
Oh, thank you. And thank you to Small Malaita. Say this is the beginning of reduction. And we are not reducing the billion, we are reducing an act of parliament. which is the 2024 Appropriation Act. So I'm not too sure whether it is right for us to amend the bill to do the reduction. Act of Parliament na yung reduction 2024 Appropriation Act. Minister of Finance, you in Wale sabe with this one. And so we are in here, we have caused an amendment to the 2024 Appropriation Act. There has to be an amendment to the 2024 Appropriation Act to free that money before you can supplement it or use it for other purposes. I'm not saying. So this is the difficulty that Mingarem Lodge bill, because this is a bill, but that original provision there is a law. Currently, it is a law right now as we speak. I'm not saying. So, say for instance, it is not a number, but a wording or any law. You would have caused an amendment to that original law to make the changes for whatever. I'm not saying, yeah? So, say this is a very substantial something, yeah? Because you may reduce him, not the original law, 2024 Appropriation Act. Yesterday, the Prime Minister went at great length for explaining the general powers, Law 59. I have no problem at all with the powers of Parliament to have me make him law. But when it comes to a law where him still exists, what shall we do? Is this the way that Babaim amend him not a lawyer, where it is in number, in quantitative, approved by Parliament in that law, assented to by the Governor General, the head of state of our country. So is this the right way for you to be doing reduction or an amendment? Speaker, you listen to me or you to talk law? Chairman. So this is a very substantial one here, and I do not see in here a provision to say that this one will amend not one law here. Simple story no more, not a very convoluted one. You change one law, you must amend him that law. You not supplement him law here. You must amend it. So, is this the right way for you me for doing? Because the original provision of 27 million in the recurrent year, I'm already a law here. Was it supposed to change him lawyer then? Electoral office and say, mahot no amend him to 2024 appropriation. And if I go ahead and spend him it, he would have been right. I mean, CEO, but I'm right there. Because you mean no amend him to appropriation. We haven't amended it. So let's get some clarity on this one. That is the practical problem that you mean by facing law. Every reductions that happen law here, we have to cause an amendment to the original 2024 to free water resources here. If you want it, we fall within that, that amount here, you can do it in that way. Free it up, amend him. So we would vote to say that, whatever that they mean, voted by Parliament, that I'm stand committed to that schedule, the head, am reduced by that amount, then supplementary am coming for giving me additional resources. Remember that if we are voting on an amendment to a bill, there is already an act. So an amendment to an act, I'm now vocabulary 59 in the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, Chairman, me, kukole mi speaker lo yan mo. You speaker too, yeah? But in considering the application law 64, 65, and 66 here, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable.
This is really you. You're not by Megan ruling law.
Let me first get a comment from the Minister of Finance.
Chairman, here we go again. We were exhausting this one long yesterday when the government responded to the recommendation number 1 and the reasoning behind recommendation number 1. You see me outlining yesterday, and the Prime Minister went through length for establishing the position of the government on that matter, Mr. Chairman. So there's nothing more before Stalin on this side for the position that the government taken on that one. Mr. Chairman, the reasoning, and I think the point raised again here is that the position we're taking is that this very amendment, this very bill, actually the amendment bill for amending now the 2024 Appropriation Act. At that point, the Prime Minister make it very plain and clear. I'm also here. And we've been doing this all these years, Mr. Chairman. Well, it's not that somebody wanting me to do him all the way. I mean, there's room there for somebody picking him up that all we mean doing something and no straight. But the government, Mr. Chairman, the position, well, we are convinced we want them to do him straight. And as explained by the Prime Minister and the advice, of course, later on, maybe the Attorney General will probably want to speak to this matter. This is not a court of law, Mr. Speaker, Sorry, Chairman, where we contesting these things. Of course, we appreciate that the Parliament is the highest court of the land, but we are not adjudicating kind of issues like that, Mr. Chairman. So, and that's why I said yesterday, Mr. Chairman, that if the member for Central Oniara feels really strongly about this matter, you can guarantee freedom for go and seeking the constitutional interpretation of High Court as another arm of the government. This is legislature, Mr. Chairman, and how we see it. How I'm not going to take income. This bill is actually amending the 2024 Appropriation Act, and we don't need to word him the way the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Talim, come for accepting as an amendment bill, as a bill for amending the 2024 Appropriation Act. So law side law, and then from the Attorney General may want to add him go something lawyer advise the government on the floor of Parliament, Mr. Chairman, but that's the position that the government is taking on this matter. We will proceed, and we'll wait on how the chairman would like to proceed with this matter. We will be doing injustice to the people of this country because of this point. We do all time, come Kasim today, and then we vote against this very important bill that they mean to do with the supply of services to the people of this country. We will be really, really irresponsible. So we see me suddenly take that line of action because of this issue, Mr. Chair. So the position that can you maybe ask him? I'm still speaking here.
You may not debate me. Ask him not my specific question.
Mr. Chairman.
Kalau amount 27 ni low.
The minister is responding to that question.
No. Well, the government is about answering questions, Muslim, so the opposition is about asking and we answering. So when we answer, we have answered a long time now, and you will expect us to go around, Mr. Speaker. And you are now not allowed to answer questions on pretext of debate, Mr. Chair. So anyway, so that's, in short, that's the position of government. And we will wait upon your ruling on this matter, Mr. Chairman, but that's the position. We want to move this bill forward. And we've been doing this one for ages, for years and years. Something come on the floor of Parliament and he is directly responsible for bringing this over the appropriation legislation into Parliament. And we said that 2040, we did the same, we continue for doing, Mr. Chairman. And why now all of a sudden become an issue now, Mr. Chairman? So the government, with all due respect, that's the position we're taking. We're moving this thing forward. As the AG would like to see. And as I said already, this is not a court of law. And if a member is so serious about him, and I encourage him, good for development, for development of the legal law country, go to court and seek him constitutional clarification of this one interpretation. Then it will help us to, amend him, amend him. But we've been doing this all these years, and so this is the way the government will be taking this matter. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Of course, the Chairman can also express his opinion on the points that he's raised. Can you take your seat when the Chairman is talking? Yeah, and then, of course, I'll call you. But then I will also refer this issue, the legal issue, the legal interpretation, to the Attorney General. But supplementary appropriation becomes law. Supplementary Appropriation Act as a supplement to the 2024 or to the previous Appropriation Act. These only supplements. Supplements are also, they become law once they are passed. So we are not amending the 2024 Appropriation Act. We are actually supplementing by virtue of putting in the shortfalls into then, and it becomes something that becomes law in itself. It all will become law. All laws that are principal amendment, laws that are amended in Parliament, becomes an amendment to an act, an existing act. So this one will become really a supplement to the Appropriation Act 2024. That's the observation by the Chair. So I do not have any problem with, because otherwise this matter should have been considered well before we even come to this stage. Yeah. Why suddenly it just appeared here when in fact the discussions have taken place in the floor, on the chair, and the committee, and even during the second reading of the bill. Unless I have my ears failing me, I did not hear any points raised on this. But thank you for raising that. But I will also perhaps refer the issue legally to the Honourable Attorney General. AG.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the MP for Central Hanyara and Chairman for Public Accounts Committee for also raising that. I think a short answer, we have the power to do that. Legally and constitutionally, yes, Parliament nagarang power for doing anything in terms of passing law, as also Chairman him alluded to. Now, I think for me, just elaborate further no more. I think if you read the wording in 102 subsection 3, Constitution him clear, him say, if in respect of any financial aid it is found that the sum appropriated by the Appropriation Act for any purpose is insufficient, and that part, it says it's the sum appropriated by the Appropriation Act. If it's insufficient, you may have a supplement. You know a supplement come in. It's not going into each head. It's the amount appropriated by Parliament. So
in this case, if you look at the Supplementary Appropriation Act, which is now before us, the title Blohem is looking an act to appropriate an additional 130. So, Constitution Blohem na him say, if you mean like for you me, adding on Blohem, supplementary na coming. Okay, now if we go into, as Minister of Finance and tell him yesterday, a supplementary is basically an amendment. But because Constitution him say, you must style him as a Supplementary Appropriation Act. So we use the word Supplementary Appropriation Act. But if it wasn't provided for, we would have used the word an amendment. So, having said that, the additional, I think the question raised by the MP for St. Honiara goes into the details which you may go through schedule. It's not the schedules that the Constitution him say you may pass him na amount appropriation act last thing was last year I think we passed it. So it's that amount that we supplement. So what we're doing now is we are supplementing that amount with an additional $113,436,406. So, with due respect, we are not decreasing any amount. It's the heads, when we move them around, Parliament now have got power for doing that one. Now, if I may, Mr. Chairman, you would see that the power for coming here, Minister of Finance, Constitution himself, you take him come estimate, you can put him of Parliament. Now, next section by looking at him say that the estimates must be necessary for you put them for purpose blame or whatnot, word was necessary to supply those heads. Okay. Now, once we supply those heads, Parliament say, okay, we estimate, Parliament Constitution him survey that government by government problem in terms of revenue collection, expenditure, that's the wisdom Constitution blaming him government. So him tell him come estimate. So if by the time you supplement him or estimate you cannot tie the hands of Parliament for you say no more, you cannot touch him. That's all here. Parliament has the original inherent jurisdiction, has the power to do that. And minister cannot do that by way of Public Finance and Management Act. That's why I'm coming to Parliament and say, oh, Parliament, please, you may not agree with this one. Can we move it through? You may agree. So, having said that, that's why we come in, and you may move them around finish, then you may approve back supplement for supplementing the appropriation act, the amount, not the heads. No, him talk about it. It's the act. The final amount. So, Mr. Chairman, I hope I have allayed any concerns regarding that interpretation. I'm still happy to take a few questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General. Honorable Leader of Opposition, any comments?
Thank you. Not that I want to throw any further spanners in the works, but thank you for those responses. Very helpful. Just going back to 102.3, where Honorable Attorney General Hemi refer to him, time Hemi read him stop no more, some appropriated. So if in the respect of any financial year it is found that the sum appropriated, so I'm talking about total sum, but then continue this sentence and say, by the Appropriation Act for any purpose. So once him talk about any purpose, him go below the level of sum or nothing, because what purposes, number of purposes inside law him. But then him say more, for any purpose, is insufficient. Trouble blow central honiara na, it's on blow PAC. So him talk about insufficiency for increasing. So I suppose the argument here is, government position is some appropriated total. So some fall up, some fall down, but total or this fall bill by him up. So he may meet him this fall insufficient test here. problem where Chairman Law Public Accounts got him now is that for any purpose here. What does that for any purpose mean? Meaning we go down below the level of total appropriation here to the level of the heads, not for any purpose, and therefore variations were negative, de-appropriate from one purpose to move to another purpose becomes an issue that Chairman Blow, PAC, concerned with. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Leader of the Official Opposition, for that question. When you apply any purpose, interpretation, you go literal meaning for any purpose. So, like Section 59 himself, Parliament has the original inherent jurisdiction for making any. So once any purpose looking at him fit to put him slain him or you supplement it, and not purpose for Parliament him look him. Okay, now I think that it'd be also better for us to see that if you put the words estimate and necessary to supply those heads together, what it does is it recognizes that the estimates that you may put in, it could be unreasonable, it could be insufficient, could be even excessive when you compare to revenue collection, to aside its appropriation and revenue collection. Now, when you say insufficient, what purpose you may try for also saving? Are we trying to avoid a mischief rule? That's in terms of interpretation. Now, if we keep, like, for example, in this case law, electoral commission, it's 27 million was put for registration. Now, there's not going to be any more registration. So are we still going to keep that amount in there? The mischief rule is we might authorize an expenditure. You might say, oh, by corruption, for example. So the government will say, okay, because there's no longer a purpose for that, we move it to another purpose. That's where Parliament will say, okay, executive will come and say, Parliament, I want to put this for this purpose. So it's any purpose. So government executive come ask him legislature bless him and says, yes, you can do that. So you may pass him a supplementary appropriation act. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General. Last comments from you?
So yeah, this is going to be my last comment, and then maybe, on this, I will just put it that MP Central Monera Baba and walk out, long variation there, and then I'll come in for the additional appropriation on the supplementary. Because all matter of principle, AGM try to explain him the mechanics of how the budget operate. Section 102, law teaching even, I've been working with other agencies in the past. Is order blow, budget blow country here for 4 years. Permanent Secretary, Minister of Finance, I'm not writing in budget. But midwala work of finance before. But we come to this house for authorizing my papers. That's in the context of contingency. But where a papers him requiring additional or there is no sum, there has to be either zero or an additional amount will be requested. I'm not 1 or 2 years. But when it comes to the question that is before us right now, which is there is a reduction. This is a reduction on this amount here. It is no ordinary estimate, this one here. That amount there appropriated there. 27 million has been appropriated by law. So when we come to the requirements that have been dealt with, how we amend a bill or consider a bill here, time you may say that, we reduce that. What are we reducing? We are not reducing a bill here. We are reducing an act of parliament here. By, in the case of electoral office here, him 20 million. So 7 million number by him left. That's what the supplementary is telling us. So we pull it out of out of a law, the 2024 Appropriation Act here, through this supplementary bill, instead of an amendment to the appropriation. So they are now, if you look at the wording inside what standing orders here, what now you doing? Because we are not changing in a bill no more. An act of parliament you go changing. That's my problem here. But if you think that no, parliament has an inherent power under 59, you mean go ahead no more, you mean say doing no more. Okay. You will not have it. You may say go ahead and do it in that way. But I think if I were strictly an accounting officer of Lodisela Ministry, I would say these guys have not yet amended the Appropriation Act. I am still entitled to use that 27 million. That would be my insistence if I were the accounting officer. Why? Because you mean amending Appropriation Act here. We have never amended the Appropriation Act. We came and supplement something, and then there is no provisional law there for you for reducing now that particular head that has already been appropriated. That sum of 27 million stands for that particular head here. It is a law. I have no more position below me here. But Mr. Chairman, I wouldn't take much of your time, even time below everyone on the other side. Please, proceed with whatever you think that in the interest of possibly financial exigency that we have to make provision, please proceed. But Senator Lonera has registered his point, and I think that position I stand. For us to allow him for even go to court, why go to court? Why? Why are we so tight sitting down here to resolve this issue? Why can't we take a break and then seek him other legal advice? Why? The simplest thing that we should have done here, Mr. Chairman, is that allow more to increase here, and you make an amendment to the Appropriation Act that will make the resources available for this supplementary. But I don't think it is right for you to just come no more than say that law you go down, no supplementary, no, Then by me asking you a question, how do you define supplementary? Go down or go up? Suppose 12 go down, A. Just as well we didn't attend English class this time. You suppose 12 go attend, you will fail finish. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And that would be my last intervention at this point. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable MP for Central Honiara. Honourable Prime Minister.
Chairman, you very interesting for a remote. Nice to talk to Mr. Chairman. You may actually go nowhere now. So the government has taken a position on this matter, and the interpretation that Attorney General Kim come and advising government on the floor of Parliament is the line of thinking that people might take him with this matter. And of course the chairman said, why name should go to court? Well, that's how things happen now. And if this side of the House, I'm taking that position, that we believe that, of course, in taking into account the other angle that the chairman and taking come from, we look at this one. This 24 supplementary appropriation bill 2024 as the bill that actually amend the Appropriation Act 2024. So that's the position where even if I agree with any position with you, agree with me. Sorry, addressing you. The government agree with the position that the member for Central Honiara take him agree with the position before taking that. So that's the area that we even agree with him now, Mr. Chairman. So that's why that we're suggesting that the supposed very strong thinking like this one, that by all means take it to the court, make him court and make him come. And it will be good for all of us, Mr. Chairman. As far as the government is concerned, we take the line of advice that the Attorney General and Kim come, and we want to proceed with this matter, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. And based on the exchanges and the views expressed, we will continue to with the process of consideration of the present supplementary bill. Honourable MP for East Arara.
Thank you, Chair, and note your decision. Indeed, without prejudice to the positions that are already being outlined here on the floor, and of course there's options open as well in terms of further interpretation. I think it's the word reasonable has been raised already, but I think going by that qualification and remembering and reflecting back in last 11th Parliament, where the same member for East Harare was also there, I just wanted to seek some clarification in terms of the reductions, because for me it's the first time for me to see a reduction of a head that is perhaps purposely meant for another head as well here, but the reduction there, Mr. Speaker, sir, and of course without prejudice to the fundamentals that we're talking about, just the description of it, supplementary estimates, supplementary, and then you have minus under those heads. For me, that doesn't seem to add up too. Just in terms of the definition for supplementary estimates, where you have supplementary, but then under that you have minuses. Couldn't it be named something else here under our current discussions? A minus is not supplementary. It's a reduction. So just on the document that we have, under this section on variation in appropriations, and that use of the word supplementary estimates that we have been using throughout this document that talks about additions. But here we're getting to a part where it's actually a reduction. You mean minus na, you mean take away. And whether that definition, supplementary estimates, as describing what we're doing, correctly reflects or reasonably reflects what it is we're doing, or are we at liberty, under your guidance, to name it something else? Because we'll be coming to parts where you will see the heads are all negatives, and yet we still have that supplementary estimates, which according to the section that was read out by the Attorney General, seems to talk about additions. And of course, his interpretation is the overall 100 and plus we're talking about here. But now we're coming to each heads, and we're still using that same definition, or the same language that talks about supplementary. Whether we are at liberty to change that to clearly reflect what it is we're doing, which is reduction. Thank you, Chair. I just leave that for you, and perhaps ministers or the AG who might want to also add. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable MP for East Arare. Supplementary, yes, supplementing to complement, that is. But the use of the word variation, what does that mean when you vary something? Massive? Yep. No, I'm asking that question.
Oh, no, you're asking your...
The definition here. Yeah, supplementary stretch, but this is a variation. So what we're saying there is that variation has never been captured in the processes and proceedings for consideration of budget. Is that the issue? And therefore, of course, if Parliament is at fault in varying the interpretation of Section 102(3), then of course, if his supplement is only stepping up, then Parliament would have breached that provision. And therefore, the way place to test it, you test it outside of the chambers, but once the Parliament decides, it decides as the issue, subject to only test elsewhere outside of the chamber.
You rule no more, you just make your ruling, because you around garden normal this one, right?
The ruling by the chairman is that we'll continue and proceed with the consideration by the House Committee, sorry, the Committee of Supply on the Supplementary Appropriation 2024 as is currently appears. That's a decision of the chairman, and the chairman's decision Luglo Standing Order and final level. Okay. Thank you, Honorable.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Just for a small point, maybe by more far come forward a little bit. Me, Chairman. Oh, me go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Me looking my point long member for Central Oniara, but me fully supporting that explanations already been given by AG and also Minister of Finance that an estimate and variation that may needed for him happen and supplementary may irrelevant for him to go.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, point of order.
To be consistent with the earlier ruling below you, meeting Minister Hemloni for Tomo, you make a decision finished. Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, sorry, the Minister, what the decision I made was that notwithstanding the comments expressing differences in opinion on what the process is, the Speaker or the Chairman has made the decision that notwithstanding those will continue with the proceedings of the Committee of Supply in its consideration of the supplementary appropriation bill. So that's my position. Chair, not mine, the Chairman's position. Yeah, thank you. And with those proceedings, I will temporarily suspend the proceeding of the committee and will resume at 1:30. Thank you.